I'm actually really excited to talk about this one. I fucking love this show. Peacemaker Season 1 was released in 2022, starring John Cena, and this was pretty much a direct sequel to James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, which was released the previous year in 2021. And it kind of picks up right where The Suicide Squad left off. So let's go ahead and jump into this review, starting off with the good. And there's just a lot for me personally to love about this show. First of all, you have John Cena as Peacemaker, and he was absolutely terrific in the Suicide Squad, but he was even better in this show. He gets a lot of great character development in this movie. He moves on from being the egotistical douchebag that you see in the Suicide Squad to growing as a person, as a team member, and honestly becoming kind of a lovable goofball by the end. And I just really love the whole exploration of Peacemaker's character that James Gunn did with this show. Get some really good explanation into his backstory, just a lot of fun. And John Cena's comedic timing as this character is just off the charts. And the way he handles the emotional scenes is honestly just as great. Just really love John Cena as Peacemaker. Then you have Freddie Stroma as Vigilante, and apparently this character was supposed to have a cameo in the Suicide Squad. I don't know how accurate that is, but he was introduced in this show, and he does really great as well. After Vigilante was horribly misused in Arrow, we get a much better portrayal of Vigilante. I've seen the comparisons that he reminded a lot of people of Deadpool, and I can get that, but it's just such a fun character, and I really love his dynamic with Peacemaker. Their chemistry together is really great and a lot of fun. And you also have Jennifer Holland returning as Amelia Harcourt. She was in the Suicide Squad, but she gets a much bigger role in this show, and I really like her in this role as well. I'm really excited to see where they go with her in future films, TV shows, whatever James Gunn does. I really love her chemistry with Peacemaker as well. You see them grow as team members and friends throughout this series. Really great banter between the two. One that really surprised me with actually how good this character was handled was Steve Agee as John Economos. And this character, he was just kind of there in the Suicide Squad. I didn't really have any strong feelings about him either way. He was just kind of there, but he actually gets an interesting arc that surprisingly pays off very well in the finale of this season, where he learns to accept himself for who he is, and dealing with Peacemaker's constant, often hurtful banter. It's actually a really good character arc for the character. Plus, he's still also the comedic relief in this show, like he was in the Suicide Squad. But Steve Agee is just a really funny guy in everything I see him in. So it was just really nice to see him back as this character. And once again, I'm really excited to see where James Gunn takes this character. And you'll also have the character of Leota Adebayo, and I don't remember the actress name, unfortunately, at this present time. But I really liked her in the role as well. She's the newest character for this team, and I really like her. She's a fun, likable character, and I really like the way that she grows with the team in this show. I don't know where she's going to show up again, if at all, but I'm really hoping that we see her again because she had some really great scenes. And then the final member of this little team in this show, You have Clemson Mern, played by Chuck Woody Iwuji, I believe that's how you pronounce it. The guy who played the High Evolutionary in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This guy was absolutely amazing in this role. He's more of the laid-back, serious, hard-ass type, and he plays it very well in this show. Really kind of bummed that he gets killed off before the finale, and he probably will never be back in the DCU. But then again, with the Flash resetting everything, never say never, I guess. But I really love the way he plays the character, and the reveal that we get about his character near the end of the series was actually really well handled. And aside from the team members, we have the villain in this series, August Smith, played by Robert Patrick, the T-1000. And he was scarily good in this role. Robert Patrick's just one of those guys who just has a natural intimidating factor about him on screen. I just really love the way it's all handled. And I really love the way they handled his character in this show. He's such a vile, evil character, and he's completely irredeemable. They established that from his first scene. And with this character, you get a really great comparison between him and his son, Peacemaker. How Peacemaker's trying to break away from the bigoted views that his father raised him with and become a better person, while August Smith is still set in his ways and just wants to be a hateful asshole. So Peacemaker has to take him down. It's a really, really great arc throughout this 8 episodes. There's also another plot line with these butterfly aliens, and I didn't find that nearly as engaging as the Peacemaker versus August Smith storyline, but the butterfly storyline is technically the main storyline, and it's still pretty good. I just didn't find it as engaging as the August Smith storyline. And aside from all the characters, you just got a really great show here. I've already talked about the story and the character arcs. You get some really great action sets. For a TV series, the action sets are surprisingly really well handled, and the CGI is amazing. Again, for a TV series, it should not have looked this good, but it does. And I just have to point that out. It's just an amazingly well-crafted show from the mind of James Gunn. And also you get probably the greatest opening credits in any TV show ever created. It's just an amazing sequence. I'm not one to skip intros for TV shows, and this intro proves why I don't, because it's just a great intro. And on top of the intro, the soundtrack for the whole show is just amazing, and the score great. But that's come to expect from a James Gunn project. The soundtrack is going to be a banger. It's just a rule now with James Gunn projects. And you also get some really fun cameos in this show. You get Amanda Waller appears in like 2 episodes of this show. And you also get an appearance from Aquaman and the Flash in the finale. That was really, really fun to see those two have a little bit of banter.
I'm so fucking sick of that rumor.
It's not a rumor.
Fuck you, Barry.
And honestly, the humor in this show just works for me. It's probably because it's a James Gunn project, but his sense of humor just works for me. It always has. I just really love the humor in this movie, especially the running jokes with from Aquaman fucking fish.
Go fuck another fish, asshole.
To John Economos dyeing his beard. Just really funny running jokes that just show up at random times. just really, really great. That's about all for the good. On to the bad, and I don't really have anything here to say. So, final thoughts. I love this show. Peacemaker Season 1 is so much fun. Great character arc for the character of Peacemaker. I'm really excited for Season 2 whenever that comes out, and I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. That was my thoughts on Peacemaker Season 1. Have you seen this show? Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it, if you have seen it. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.